Remember the iPhone 11? Well, forget it, because now we're talking iPhone 12. Yeah, it's that time for a rumor roundup. Let's see what we know so far about what may or may not be in the iPhone for 2020. We'll start with the biggest rumor, 5G. Apple's long been known to kind of hold off on features until they're more refined and ready for public use. 5G isn't quite there yet, and that's why we haven't seen it in the iPhone 11, but we are expecting an uptick in 5G build-out in the next year. Apple did include bigger batteries in the iPhone 11 this year, and those could be more than substantial to support 5G in the next model, especially if they build them out further from there. Plus, these 5G rumors are backed by none other than Ming-Chi Kuo, one of the most prolific Apple analysts who's very often proven right. Speaking of Ming-Chi Kuo, he also has some ideas on how the design might change. One of my personal favorites would be a more flattened side around the edges as opposed to the more rounded sides introduced in the iPhone 6 series. We might also see the notch as well as the bezels shrink finally and give that face a much needed facelift. Renders of these design changes have been floating around, and with the flat edges, they look pretty nice. We also might get 3 different sizes at 5.4 inches, 6.7, and then one in the middle for 6.1 inches. The 5.4 and 6.7 inch iPhones would replace the iPhone 11 Pro's current 5.8 and 6.5 inch sizes. And with the thinner bezels and smaller or completely non-existent notch, you'd get more screen in less space. Speaking of the screen, you might also get 120Hz refresh rates on here, like the ProMotion displays we've seen on the iPad Pro, which would be a much welcome addition. Along with higher refresh rates, another feature that Android users have enjoyed for some time before iPhones is a notification light. Apple recently filed a patent that describes an adjustable decoration that could react to signals like incoming communications. So, sounds like a notification light to us, but if they did, it's sounding a lot like it would replace this little Apple logo here. We'll see. With the iPhone 11 Pro, Apple finally gave us a third camera with that ultra-wide-angle lens. The iPhone in 2020 may add a fourth one with a time-of-flight sensor for true depth information. We've seen sensors like this on the back of the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, for instance, which used a depth-of-field sensor for 3D object scanning as well as depth-of-field effects. This could also be the case for the 2020 iPhone, as well as assisting in ARKit and AR applications. With these rumors coinciding with an uptick in rumors about Apple's potential AR glasses, this would make sense that Apple's making a bigger push into unified hardware for AR applications. Apple's no stranger to depth cameras, as we all know by the implementation of Face ID, which, rumor has it, may actually be used for gesture controls. We've seen gesture controls before on devices like LG's G8 ThinQ and more recently the Google Pixel 4, and this rumor actually goes back to 2018 when it was originally predicted that in 2 years the iPhone would have similar technology to use gesture controls. Which brings us to the 2020 iPhone, which may just have it. Of course, it's still very early, but a lot of these rumors are coming from pretty reliable sources. So, if you didn't get the latest iPhone, that's okay. There's always next year. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and make sure you check out digitaltrends.com for more tech stories.